Alright, so you didn't already know, I actually got my black belt recently. Well, not recently, more like about few months ago, maybe like 4 or 5-ish. um, when I got though, we had to do a bunch of moves that we had to memorize and do almost like really good. We had to do moves really good, and we had to be loud. And let's see what else. Yeah, and it was actually very hard. The hardest part was the 10 rounds of sparring. And it was a minute each, but when you're watching, you're probably like, oh, 10 rounds of sparring, 1 minute each, that's probably not that long. And that's what I was like before I did. And also, when you're watching the sparring, it feels like 2 minutes. Like, not even. Like, when you're watching it, it feels like 2 minutes. And, you're like, oh, okay, it's probably not as long as I think wrong. Because when you're actually doing it, even though it's actually 10 minutes and 1 minute per round, and you're facing like 10 different people, all black belts, we faced the same people a few times, but you know what I'm trying to say. And it's just like really hard because you have to spar them, and it's just like a pain because you have to fight someone. And you basically have to like spar someone for like, and when you're doing it, it feels like instead of like 10 minutes, it feels like 60 minutes. Because when you're actually doing it, like you would think like, oh, since I'm doing it, it'll probably feel quicker. Nope. Nope. Instead, guess what? Guess what? Instead, you're wondering what round it is as you're drenching in sweat, and after doing a bunch of moves, you're drenching in sweat, and you're just hoping that ends soon, probably. So, and after that, guess what? At least you get a little bit of cooldown. Well, then you have to break two pieces of boards stacked on top of each other. That alone, and one thing, the easiest one's probably like the hammer fist because it goes like straight down, and the palm was easy because you're basically just pushing in. The hardest one was the front kick. Everybody was having a tough time doing it, and I did it on the second try. Second try. I was lucky enough to do it. Some people got like 3 boards, and even then, though, it was like hard to break. Like you can tell, like they were struggling. Like if they had like 3 boards, like sometimes they had to like remove a board because they feared, oh, okay, this is too much. This person's never gonna break it. Like this person's never gonna break it. We might as well just remove a board. And yeah, and it took me a long time to get my black belt. In total, the amount I've been doing it since I was 7.5. So basically, 7, and I'm 15 now. So that's 7.5 years. Like about like roundish, like 7.5 years of doing karate. That is a long time. In those 7 years, I've earned 10 belts. 10. 10 belts for karate. And it took me a long time to get those 10 belts. Like, it took me so long to get those 10 belts. Like, you have to go to class so many times, and you have to do really well. And honestly, if you do it as a kid, you'll grow up to be like a better person. Because at the end of class, they teach you for like 10 minutes about like important stuff, how to be a good person, how not be bully, this and that. And since you're young, it actually helps you, like, I think, grow up to be a better person. Because you're less of kind of like, if you do it as a kid, then compared to as an adult. As an adult, you're probably not. They don't really like teach. As an adult, like, it doesn't really like help you very much because you've probably already been through it, or it's just like overall tough. But if you're doing it as a kid, it just like goes into your mind, and you might not realize it, but it just actually ends up helping you in some situations. And it's actually like really good. It's like I've actually helped me a lot. Like karate's helped me a lot over the years. So, and my white belt doesn't even fit me anymore. Like if you do karate as a kid, like, and you're a black belt, if you take your white belt and then try to put it on, it is almost impossible. If I'll somehow manage to get on, but instead of like tying it around like twice, I'd only like tie it around like once like this, and then like tie it once. So that was tough. And 10 belts, that's a lot. That's a lot to bear. And also, the people in my teen adults class, pretty much most of them are either like a majority of them is like blue belts and up. A blue belt is the sixth belt. So if you go, imagine like starting out as like an adult or a teenager, going in as a white belt and seeing like all those people high ranks. It would be, honestly, I can't even imagine, because it would be a lot, really intimidating. Yeah, plus, compared, I always like the kids, they're like, every like 3 belts for like the kids' classes is like separated. So it's like 3 belts, and then for one class, and then there's like junior BBC, which is another 3 belts. Then junior advanced, which I think is like 4 belts, and then the teen adults, which is if you're a teen or an adult, you basically go to it, and that's like the general basis of it. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing like more of these vlogs more often. So if you want me to talk about something or rant about something like such a movie or video game, I should probably stop doing this because it's really annoying. Um, then you should probably do that. Like, you should probably do that. Make sure to like and subscribe, and tell me, what do you want me to rant about? Like, tell me if you want to rant about something like a movie. I already said that. And why am I telling you this? Because I just thought it'd be like interesting to share and get like my perspective, like earning a black belt. Now, for you, it might have been easy, but you probably did a different type of karate, and you might have taken like different things for your black belt test. So, and make sure to like, subscribe, and make sure to like, subscribe especially, and I'll talk to you all later.